Okay, so welcome to Oblivion, episode 115, or, no, and, I mean, sorry, 15 of our hardcore playthrough. This one, we're going to be probably doing some more Dark Brotherhood quests, and we're going to be trying to level up our character a little bit more. You know, there's a few things we need to do, mainly hand-to-hand, we need to start getting that up. You know, our blade skill, everything. We basically need everything to get up. Anyway, I think we've got to return
like a dark gift from the Night Mother herself
to him for another quest. But this one, I've got half a bottle of this. A full bottle of this. I put the camera in the center this time, so and a banana. Because I'm, like I've said in the other one, I'm going to try and eat healthy, and I've got a good challenge. So later, the further we go into this video, I'll let you know about the challenge I'm going to set myself. Right. So let's talk to Vincente Valtieri.
I'm glad you've returned. The contract is waiting. If you're ready.
Okay, so we've got another contract, so let's do this contract.
We need you to stage an accident. Kill the target in the manner specified, and you'll receive a considerable bonus.
Hey.
Do you accept this contract?
Yes, I do.
As I expected.
We remember this one.
Good.
And the last time we done this, remember, we got contacted by the Thieves Guild.
You will find him at his home in Bruma. Enter secretly and avoid his manservant, Grom. On the second floor is a secret door leading to a crawl space. Inside are the fastenings of a mounted head that hangs over Bainlin's favorite chair. Loosen those fastenings any night between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. and the head will surely fall on Bainlin as he relaxes in his chair, as is his custom.
8 and 11.
If Bainlin is eliminated in any other manner, or if the manservant Grom is killed, you will forfeit the bonus. Now go. Okay. And may Sithis be with you.
Oh yeah, so I've got some random things I'm going to talk about in this one. So today I've been playing a little bit of Project Cars. Have I been on Project Cars today? I don't even know if I have, actually. I think I must have been. Yeah, I was on Project Cars a little bit earlier. I put the gear stick to the right now. I'm not going to move the I can't move the camera, I don't care. Gear stick to the right now, because most of the cars are on the right. I have the gear sticks on the right. Guess what? First time I put it on the right, there's one for the left. You know, right would be like an American car, European car left, sort of something, you know, like a sort of thing like that, or like a British car. And there was one on the right, wouldn't it? So anyway, no, it was one on the left. Yeah, it doesn't really matter though. I was setting some decent lap times and stuff. Then I went on Assetto Corsa Competizione. Oh my god, I mean, that game. It's really fun and it's a challenging game, but wow. I mean, you could spend absolutely hours on there. Now, yeah, but that's what I've been thinking, right, for my YouTube channel. Do I play? I want to do a racing game, as you know. I've discussed this a lot, but do I really want to do Assetto Corsa? No, I don't think I do. And the thing is, like, it's because you need to spend so much time in practice. I feel like that's what it is. You need to, like, maximize the cars. Do you know what I mean? It feels like you need to test so many things. I don't know. I mean, if you've played those games, you would know. I mean, it feels, it's like, it's not frustrating, but it's kind of frustrating. But, I mean, wait, what am I talking about? No, it's not frustrating at all. It gets frustrating because you end up sitting there playing it for like fucking 4 hours straight, like I did today. I played for 4 hours, but I had about like an hour break, like in between like a few things. I was just on there all day, and that's the first time I've ever played it. And yeah, it's a good game. It is a good game. I don't think I like it as much as Project Cars, because I love the Formula 3 cars and stuff in Project Cars. So maybe that's what we do. Maybe, I don't know. I always want to do a Formula 1 career mode, but I race with the racing line on Formula 1. Every other game I race the racing line off, but Formula 1 I keep it on. But I think it's because I've got something in my head, like I stuck up that, and I know I can do good lap times with the racing line on, and I've never switched her off ever. So maybe that could be how I learn, well, and get better. Well, I could probably do it, but I'd be like a second and a half off each lap, probably. You know. But yeah, if I went on there, I think I could learn. And on there you can do Formula 2 to Formula 1. No, maybe that's something we do. Go from Formula 2 to Formula 1. Right, Knights of the Thorn Lodge. Right, that's for later in the game, isn't it? Knights of the Thorn Lodge. And we have to go into the Oblivion Gate and save... I forgot his name. The one who keeps going, huzzah! Huzzah! Him. Anyway, let's move now. It's Bruma, isn't it? So we need to go to Bruma and we need to go and take out this person, right? So I am going to have some water. I'm not. I lie. I'm going to open my sparkling water now. And I'm sorry if this episode seems a little boring. I feel a little bit depressed. I actually do. You know. I don't usually, but I do now. And you know, I think it was around like April 2022. I've talked about this before as well. I was gonna try and lose weight and stuff. I don't know where I weighed then. I've got a book. I was gonna write it down. It would have been a book. It would have been. I would have put it down in a book like this, and I was keeping track of it. It was quite funny actually, because it was like where I at this. I was just usually, what was I eating? I was having like one of them Actimel yogurts, some water, and doing like 20 push-ups per day and stuff, maybe some sit-ups and stuff. It was a good, like, it was good, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, it was good. It was a good thing for me to do, to get into a routine. But then I went on a rant. I was like, how to eat healthier and get better and whatever. And then it's like next day, like a journal. I had a pizza. Fuck. And then I literally gave up after like a week or two. that was it though. But I want to find that book. Oh, I wouldn't show that obviously. And I don't know. Maybe I chucked it away because I have not seen it since. So I don't know. Either someone stole it or I chucked it away. And I would probably say I chucked it away or something, or took the page out of it and just started the book over. But I can't remember that. But yeah, I swear to God. Now, well, before I was not where I am now. I went on the scales just now. I took everything out of my pockets. I was 15 stone. It's like 15, then 2.6. Well, what the fuck? That's a lot, isn't it? And yeah, if you want to see what I look like when I stand up, I am. You could see me standing up on a few videos, right? So go and watch episode 17. I stand up. Maybe I don't know. Some of them in the 20s where I stand up and go back to like get something. Remember this over there. Remember that unit? I used to have my Switch on there. My Switch is now. I think it's like currently down by you. It's down by you. The Switch. I'll check it, but there actually. No, I won't. No, I won't. You going back on this Switch? Yeah, you can see it a bit better there. Yeah, I would show like my GameCube, and maybe I'd get up and move stuff and things like that. But yeah, I haven't really done. I haven't done that in a while, I don't think. And I used to get up and go and get my beers and stuff. Maybe there's some of the episodes in like the 40s when I come back. Then, like episode 40, say 42 to 40. Or like 51 maybe. Check some of those too. I don't think I get up on 51. So any 48 or 42 to 50. Skim through it, see when I get up. And yeah, it's when I went. The one I was closing the blind, opening and closing the blinds. Yeah. But that's what I look like. I like, to me, I feel the same.
Good to see you.
But I seen the pictures of myself then, where I took before, and I done a comparison, and my back is huge now. My back is like, I looked at the back of myself, like on the picture. What the hell? You know, I done front, side, left, back. I'm going to delete the pictures, you know. But I took pictures to see my weight. Well, I was on the toilet. I thought, why not? Took pictures to see my weight, and yes, I am huge in comparison to when I first started out in 2022. And do I deserve to be huge? Yes, because I've stayed indoors for ages. I should go outside, but I've been like prioritizing YouTube, and I don't think I should have done it, should I? But I can laugh about this one day. Hopefully in like next year, maybe next year when we're doing some Oblivion videos. Maybe when Oblivion Remaster's out, maybe I can laugh about this thing. Be like, yes, that was funny when I weighed that much. So let's just try and do that. I've got a banana. So I'll tell you, that's what I'll tell you. When we get around like the halfway mark of this video, I'll turn my camera around and I'm gonna attempt 20 press-ups, right? Or push-ups, whatever you, right, I don't know what it is, the ones you go down like that. I used to be pretty good at them. You know, I used to be pretty good at them. The most I've done in a row was like 30 odd. Yeah. That's what we'll try. Oh, shit. They didn't see that, did they? Right, so I think if you go to the back of his house, there is a trap to his basement. Yeah. Right. So, yeah, trap door, sorry. We'll get this. But yeah, I really want to lose weight. Yeah. Oh, I've entered Bainen's house. If I can access the second floor crawl space and loosen the fastenings on the motor head between 8 PM and 11 PM, it will fall on Bainen's. If Bainen has it, he rests in this chair. If Bainen dies any other way, or Grom is killed, I will lose my bonus. Okay. So of course we're thieves, remember? So we can start looting. That's what we want to do. Right. So what is the time now? Right, 8 p. Right, so we know what we're doing it. We're going to wait up there. So we want to get up to the top. Now we gotta hope that there's no one in there. I will have this banana in a minute. Then we can. I'll do it while we're up there waiting for him. Sneak skill increased.
Huh? Why are you here?
Ah, fuck. Right, at least they're auto-saved. What do we do? I think the best thing to do is like wait until, you know, say if we wait until like the morning, they'll be sleeping then, won't they? And then when we get up into the position, loosen the thing. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, then we can loosen it. Right, so that's a good idea. We're here now. We can go through to the next room, into his house, and Grom and Bainen should be asleep. Right. Okay. So we're in the spare room, it looks like, of Bainen's house. Oh yeah, Grom. Remember, if you remember from our other playthrough, Grom goes into. He keeps going into what I forgot what that pub is called. The inn. We're in there all the time. We're in there all the time. You know, I want to go to a pub. And I need to go to a pub. That'd be good. I could just sit there and discuss Oblivion and things like that. Oh fuck! Don't move. That was so close. That was so close. Right, we're gonna drop a save. I mean, how close was that? Do you know what? We'll eat a banana right here. That's what we'll do. But yeah, this is gonna be another talking sort of episode whilst we're completing things, right? So you use my banana. Bananas are nice, right? They are nice. This is gonna be another one of them like more peaceful Oblivion videos, but I have put myself in a situation where it doesn't matter now because I've played the game for the first time. So if you want to skip this, it doesn't matter. You've seen me do these missions anyway. This is more about people being interested, watching me on the harder parts of the game. This is an easy one. It's more when we're in them like difficult situations and see how we deal with it. But there is no way you can actually do the things on here, is there? Without summoning. We've been over this. Right. I'll throw that on my chair over there. Yeah. I record myself doing press-ups. No, it's gonna look awful. I'm sorry, but I don't care. We'll try and do 20. If it doesn't make the video, it's because I thought I looked like a fucking hippo or something. And I still haven't got my Fable video. No, I've got my one Fable video out, so I got Fable 13. 14 is coming out tomorrow. Cause I was gonna do 3 of them in one day, but fuck it now. I like talking about the things, like you know, I like talking about events, recent events, and I'll tell you what was just good. I watched Littler against Price in the Premier League. This is now the 10th of April. What the fuck? Price hit a 9 data. I mean, he lost, but I mean, what? Unbelievable. He's just unbelievable, isn't he? I do find it funny as well because I actually like Littler now. I think worry was when he first broke into the scene. It was his fans. You know, well, I'm not going to call them fans because they're not fans, are they? You know, the ones who boo, whistle and stuff, they're not fans. Right, so we want to go into the crawl space door. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. My Fable. So Fable episode 15, I need to edit Fable episode 15, Oblivion 114, and and Bully, right? I've got a lot of editing to do than this one, so I've got, right, 5 videos to come out, but 4 videos to edit now, including this one. There we go. There's a lot of things for me to do, and by the time that will happen, the next Formula 1 race will happen, and it's practice tomorrow, so I'll do some predictions. I think, well, McLaren are way in front. I guess the only way for Verstappen to win, or someone else to win other than Norris or Piastri, would be the good old steamy banana, which I invented. That's the move. And what a steamy... And if you want to know where a steamy banana is, right? Don't know what steamy banana, I'm bit from that banana and the sparkling water I just had. Okay. Yeah, and if you want to know where a steamy banana is, in Formula 1 terms, it is when driver in front, driver behind, right? So driver in front defends, right? He doesn't move under brake or anything, he just defends. He's braking on the inside to stop the car, and the driver on the inside still goes for the move down the so the driver from behind still goes on the move for the move on the inside. That is a steamy banana, right? So if Verstappen steamy bananas Norris or Piastri, that is the only chance we've got, because I think it's gonna be fucked. You know, McLaren, like, is gonna be no getting held up, no the strategy is just gonna go out the window. It's just gonna be McLaren. And our only hope is if Piastri wins. That's our only hope, as Verstappen fans. And I tell you what, isn't that crazy? So since I started this Oblivion series, oh my god, isn't that weird? So I've always been a Verstappen fan. So I remember watching. I didn't used to talk about sports though. That's my problem. I didn't used to talk about like events. The first thing I talked about was like the football, because it was on. It was like Man United against Villarreal. That's when we was doing Dark Brother. It might have been like episode 11 or something. Go and have a look. It's when we done something stupid. We done something really stupid.
Oh, these appear to be the fastenings of the mountain minotaurite. As expected, they have been loosened over time. You could easily remove the fastenings, causing the mountain to crash to the floor below. Do you wish to remove the fastenings? Yes, remove the fastenings. No, do not remove the fastenings.
We've got to wait for the right time now. So it is 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. But we have to look. Yep, just to make sure. Right, so we're going to get at 8 p.m. I mean, we had to wait longer than that, but yeah. That's what I mean. Like Verstappen, right? So it would have been May 2021. He may have been leading the championship then. It would have been before things like Silverstone and stuff. How crazy is that? And I remember I was so pissed off. I was like fucking smacking my hands together. I was like pissed off. Like I was like, what? Like why? Why the fuck? Why would he do that? And what pissed me off even more. What pissed me off even more with that Hamilton thing was the fact that he didn't get DSQ'd. And I'm saying, right, it was his reasoning behind it. Well, one, he put him into the wall, right? I think it should have been a bigger penalty than that because it was a dangerous crash. Two, I don't think you should be able to fix the car under red flags. Now, that's another reason. I don't think you should. I think it should be that should be it. That should be the rest. You should have to leave it. You know, I think anyway. But technically, look at that though. Hamilton had two. I actually laughed at the 2021. It was funny, but the 2020 and 2021. Yeah, I laughed at the 2020 season one because it might have sounded like I said 2021 one, but I didn't. I said 2021. Yeah, it's confusing. Isn't it? I laughed at that one, but he did have two controversial wins back to back there, didn't he? He really did. You know, I don't mind him now. The only driver I want to call against is Norris because I don't like him. Like, because he's called out Hamilton for not winning enough in a dominant car, or anyone could have done it. Yeah, obviously anyone could have done it. Well, the two drivers, but that's what he's got now, and he's not winning. You know, he could have won 3 races in a row, 4 including the sprint, but he hasn't, does he? And he's only got 1 pole out of 4, including the sprint. So I mean, it's just he's not that good, is he? Right. I do like, yeah. See, I like the way they talk about Skyrim, but I think it might be because Grom is from Skyrim. He's from like that area. So we're gonna wait till 8 hours, and then we're gonna unfasten it. Right. There we go. So let's get back here now.
Oh, these appear to be the fastenings of the mountain minotaur head. As expected, they have loosened over time. You could easily remove the fastenings, causing the mountain head to crash to the floor below. Do you wish to remove the fastenings? Yes, remove the fastenings. Or B, no, do not remove the fastenings.
You forgot to say one of these words up here. Was it bean or have or what?
Oh, don't interrupt me. I know what I done.
Okay, so the fastenings have been removed. No, they've been removed. And he's dead.
Oh, the mountain head has fallen on Banon, killing him as expected. I must return to the sanctuary and speak with Vincenzo Valtieri to receive my reward.
Yeah, that's one thing I find crazy is the fact that he doesn't actually move. Like, why wouldn't you come? Wouldn't that be the first place you'd come up? You would come up here, wouldn't you, instantly? Oh yeah, that's funny because what's his name? The Argonian. I forgot what his name is now. Yeah, I forgot his name, but the Thieves Guild one. He literally come in here, open this. I was like, what the fuck? And he came and talk to us right there. Just go back episodes and find to when we done this point. And yeah, that was funny. Right, so he's there. Okay, back through his basement. It worked. Maybe we can come back into this house at a later date and loot his body and stuff. Maybe, because he's probably just going to stay there. Right. It was Yerl. Is that one who was in that house up there? Remember we teabagged her and threw watermelons at her and stuff? I swear that was her. No, I swear that's her name. I just remember how long her corpse stayed there for. Anyway, we can report back. But let's see if we've got anything we can sell. And oh yeah, Olaf's Tap and Tap. That's what it's called. Right, so...
I'm really...
And...
my favorite customer.
I mean,
What do you got?
we may as well. I know we haven't got a lot of money, but we may as well buy lockpicks, 600 gold. But we can't change the price. Remember. Now, all I'm wondering is, are we gonna actually get through this game? And and get away with it? What do we mean get away with it? I mean, are we gonna be able to do this game without having to do it again? I'm thinking about that while we do get to the last episode, because remember last time? Yeah. We got forced to do it on hardest difficulty, but you know, this time, I tell you what, this time it's going to be like. Wait, is he recording desktop audio? Okay, it is. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's going to. Now, I was going to say, would this voice, this mysterious voice, will he let us get, will he bring it back and do, like, take stuff away and deduct points and shit? Or is he just going to say, yes, you've done this wrong, no, you know, wherever. That's what we need to know. And is he going to review all the videos, or just does he memorize them? We don't know. We're going to have to find out. Stay tuned and keep updated. And if you've seen me do anything wrong, leave it in the comments. You know. It seems like that all-knowing voice doesn't actually pick up on everything. Right, you know what? Let's sell some things. We don't need a steel bow now, to be honest.
An excellent. A
So
fine
let's sell
transaction.
paralysis. We still need that. And we're going to keep these. Look. Frenzied up to level 10. I don't know. That's probably making them go crazy, isn't it? Right. We can sell them, which we just picked up. I mean, I guess we don't need them shoes, do we? Alright. Oh, we've got shrouded armor now. Okay. But that's the thing. These fortify intelligence, willpower, and concentration. That's pretty good for what we do. But we may as well just put these shrouded armor back. Shrouded armor on it. It'll make us better. Like sneaking and stuff on it. But what we could do now is sell these books that we got.
I think I can move this item for you.
Stranglish Stone, we used that, didn't we? Black Arrow, read
That's
that. We read all these books. May as well get all the money for them. Yeah, there we go. We can give away that, we don't need it. Yeah, let's give it away. How did we even get these things? And yarn. We're gonna try and... Okay, I'm gonna give her away. No, I'm not. I'm gonna hold on to it. Maybe we can put her in one of our chests.
Shadow hide you.
Preferably in our house. Back in Chadenall, is it? Chadenall, Anvil. Oh, fuck. Forgot where our house was now. It wasn't Chadenall. Bravil, that's the one. It was in Bravil. So maybe we can put her back there sometime. But, we have to go back to Chadenall now. And redeem this quest. Now, it does feel weird doing these, because it really was. It was over this. It was over 100 episodes ago we done this. It's crazy, isn't it? It would have been, I think, the last episode we probably done. What would it have been? Episode 11? Yeah, episode 11. That was the final one. So these ones wouldn't have been done. These would have been done on like episode 6 or something. No, episode 7, something like that. Yeah, episode 7 or episode 8, which is crazy. Right, so we're gonna get into you now and do this. If you've been enjoying this video, though, leave a like. I would say you could like it, you know, sort of thing, but this one is it's probably not as watchable as some of my crazier ones, because like I said, it's like when you're depressed, I don't want to be crazy. I have got a goal, I need to stick to it, and then I'll start getting happy again. Alright.
So, the accident has been
Sufferthorn added,
staged
so
and Bainland lies
there we
dead.
go.
Well done. You have more than earned your reward and bonus. I present to you this dagger. It's an enchanted blade known as Sufferthorn.
Yes.
Its prick is deadly, I assure you. Yes, you are quite an asset to this sanctuary. In fact, I believe you are ready for advancement. I hereby appoint you Slayer. Well done. Now go, child of Sithis. Go and rest. You'll need it.
You know, I take back what I said about... no, I don't actually. No, I said Project Cars. I said I'm not going to play that, didn't I? I said, well, I didn't say I'm not going to play it. I said, you know, I don't know. It might take a lot of episodes. Do you know, fuck it, I might do it. But what should we do? What should we do, guys? We do Project Cars 1, Project Cars 2. I'm kind of thinking Project Cars 2, but what I think what it would take for me, right, to get Project Cars 2 out, I'm going to have to, like, pile up, like, loads of videos like this. So make sure I just sit here and edit for a day, get, like, all these videos out the way with, and have them for days. Have them lined up, like, 4 days in advance, so I can clear everything off my computer. And my backup hard drive, wherever it is. I've got my backup hard drive. I need to get all my F1 videos. Everything. Not the ones we've done in 2021, if you can remember those. I mean, like, we've just played and done loads of races and stuff, me and my brothers. Yeah. We did. It took up a lot of time. But it was fun. And it took up a lot of storage as well. That's what it did. So, I'll tell you what, it's at the 30-minute mark, and I said, I did promise that I'm going to do some push-ups, so I'm going to try and do 20 push-ups now. Okay? So, I'll do that. But what I wanted to say is... What do I want to say? Yeah, Project Cars, I was thinking about it. I was just like messing with the gear stick then. Yeah, I like the... I mean, the karts are really fun, but I like Formula Rookie. I like that one, and I like Formula C. I think it peaks at Formula C though, because when you go into Formula B, then it gets difficult. I mean, and I'm saying that right because I personally feel like Formula, like the karts, the super karts, Formula Rookie, and Formula C can all be done on difficulty 100. Which is the highest difficulty. When you get a Formula B, they just seem to be way faster than you. Do you know what I mean? They seem to be way faster. I don't think I've ever done Formula A on there. That's what it is, because it's not a license for Formula 1. But imagine if they did. Because, yeah, the biggest disappointment in gaming for me is Codemasters acquired Project Cars. They dropped them now. They don't have them. I don't think they own them anymore. I don't believe anyway. I think they dropped them last year. I don't know why. They didn't even do anything with them, which is a shame. But they acquired the owners of Project Cars. I think Slightly Mad Studios. I mean, if fallen into place for them, they have the idea of doing the fucking 10-year career where you start in go-karts and make a... Well, no, you can choose to start in go-karts and end in the top tier, or you could start like any tier you want. I mean, how great is that? You could literally go from go-karts to actual licensed Formula 1. They've got all the tools to make a perfect game that people will love for years and years, but they will not do it. Anyway, I might do that, and I think what it would be if we done it would be a short series. So if you're at this point now and I still haven't done this on my channel, and you're watching this in like, I don't know, it's like months or years later after this video, comment and I will do it. Seriously, comment, I will do it. I will do it. I want to do it. I want to do, because I want to do it, but we'll just do, we'll make it short, right? Make it short, and it'd be good because you could see my lap times and everything, and see if you can do them yourself. But we will do. That's what we'll do. We'll do like maybe like a full race. We could do a full race on there, and it would be interesting, wouldn't it? But the problem is on there is like if the pit stops don't go right and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like a Formula 1 is really nice. You know what's happening when you get into the pit stops. It's really accessible. Project Cars not so much. So anyway. Let's go now, and I'm going to do some push-ups, and I'm going to put the camera on me. Now, this is going to be a bit difficult, because I need to turn some things around, so I will be right back, and we're going to put it on maximum brightness. Okay, so you currently seeing a wall and a chair, and maybe that Mario Kart poster. This is what I currently look like from a distance. It's awful. Now down here.
I'm just glad to know you came out of it.
I need to...
I doubted your abilities, but you know me.
Shit. Yep. I just realised that this is going to be difficult. I might not be able to do 10. I am a fat bastard. I haven't done this for a while, but we're going to give it our best shot. God, I didn't realise how tall that was. Right. I can do this.
But of course, what troubles you?
So is it true about your latest contract? The girl's nanny was actually a Fighters Guild bodyguard?
By Sithis, what a night that was. Reminded me of the time you and I raided that traveling carnival. Now that makes sense.
And I done one for luck. There we go. Now that's what I want to be doing. Now let's get back on to doing this. And yes, we'll go full screen on that. And that's what we could talk about now. Stuff like my carpet, alright? Oh yeah, and my brother threw a dart at me earlier, right? Let's take my fucking sock off. I'll show you. Oh, I've had my socks on for like a few days now. I don't even know. Oh, that's where it was. It was there. Right. I will zoom in. See that? What the fuck? It's not good quality, is it? I'll show her on my phone, just in case. Can't see it. Random, but interesting. Okay. We could talk about random things now. Right, like my carpet. I had that carpet in here for years. Way before I started doing YouTube. I'm talking like, something like... Wait, do we want this movie? Yeah. It would be something like, about 13 years, I'd say. Yeah, it's been ruined, you know. Completely ruined. You know, you've seen her on the floor then, right? I'm not gonna cut back to it. But yeah, I would like to get a new carpet and stuff, but... I mean, my house is awful, right? And that's why I can't, that's why, you know, it's, when I say I'm depressed, I think that's probably the main reason. Or like one of the main reasons. Anyway, I think we've done enough Dark Brotherhood for now. Lovely place down here. Let's get out of here and work our way up. Yeah, that's the problem. It's a lot of doors to go through, isn't it, then? Right. Let's have some sparkling water. I don't know, is sparkling water good for you? I don't know. I don't know if it is. Right. Where are we going? Right, so we've got that to do, obviously, but... No rest for the wicked. Okay. Alright, we've got the Hour of Exploration to do. Like, these are things I want to do, but I'll tell you what we'll do now. We're going to put ourselves in to the Thieves Guild armor. Sorry, Dark Brotherhood armor. There we go. We haven't worn this for ages. Because we was doing our naked adventure for ages and ages, wasn't we? Great times. Okay. Right, so... Moving on forward. We are gonna probably try and do some different quests now. Well, I mean, honestly, what is it we can actually do? Let's go to completely quest. Sorry. Oh, I think we had to wait, didn't we, in the Mages Guild. But the Mages Guild, if you remember, when we was getting towards the end of the Mages Guild, it did get difficult. So I'm gonna say it now. I don't think we're in a position to be able to do that. We're gonna have a look at our skills a second. See what needs to be done by you. Yep, we need to get intelligence up more. And luck. Things like that. Right. We're also probably closing in on doing that mission with Lucy and the Chance with the poisoned apples and stuff. You know, we know we can get them anyway. But it's just still nice to know, isn't it? Anyway, let's actually go and get some. Right now. And yeah, that's another thing. I don't want to rush the Dark Brotherhood this time. I want to keep coming back to it and stuff. And keep these videos now. And not just seeing if we could do it on the hardest difficulty. See if I can lose weight. So, remember that number. I'll put it up on text right here, right? That's what I said on the stone. Now, I don't know if it was accurate where I had it. Because it does different read and stuff. But 15.2.6 or something like that. I don't know. Is it 15.2.6 or 15 stone 2.6? I don't know. Is that right? Or was it 552.6? I think I set it to stone. I don't know. I think I did. Anyway, trapdoor to Fort Farragut. Let's go in here. We'll do that as well. We'll do fitness things and stuff. There we go. 10 poison apples. So that's more money for us now. We're going to go and sell these. So, what are the enemies down here? Can we see them? Because they probably turn it like them Grim Reaper things down there as well. That's one thing I don't think I haven't. Have I never done this? No, I have done it once. I would have done it on my first playthrough of the game in 2000, when I got the Dark Brother in like 2019. That would have been it. That would have definitely been the one. All right. I went there, so I haven't done that since 2019, so 6 years. And it would have been this time. Oh, yes. Right, now. Oh, shit. Ah, fuck. I just said I wanted to eat healthy and stuff, didn't I? I just why did I have to remember that? So in 2019, I remember I was playing this game, doing the Dark Brother quest. So you know the one where you go in there and kill... No, you're in the Night Mother's tomb, aren't you? Underground, under the statue. And those missions, and the one where you go and see there's like dead mother's head stuff. I remember I was... So I don't know what unit I had. Maybe it was like an old blue one and stuff. It would have been like way lower than this. This desk wouldn't have been here. It would have been... I can't show under there, can I? Well, anyway, it would have been... I would have been sat on the floor. You know, let me just move. I want to give you like the best, like, example. So I would have been, you know, it would have been nothing by you, nothing up on the wall, no desk by you, just a little blue unit. My Xbox probably by the side of it on one of these little grey like post office boxes that we had. I think, and yeah, I took that combination. I used that combination everywhere. I had it in that room in there, like 2014. Yep. I don't think it was my unit. I think it was my it was MTL's, my younger brother. Anyway, I was sat there, and I had them right. I'm gonna say it only works with Cadbury's. So, Cadbury's Easter eggs because it was Easter time, April. I'll tell you what. I'm not gonna. Oh shit. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna enter the back corner, and I'm gonna find it on my Xbox app because I think it takes a lot of time, and I've got something else I want to show you on my photos as well in a minute, so you can get an insight into why I am depressed and things. Alright, achievements now. I don't know the last time I played thing. Oh, there we go. This is my current gamer score. I don't like gamer score, by the way, but there we go. That's my profile currently. I don't like gamer score. I got loads of things I could discuss on this series, but I think I might save them. There's some things that I've never said to anyone. Cool things like about my other channels and stuff. It'd be cool. But some people know my name now. My actual name, because there's no Steven, and I don't do vlogs. The Sunky Channel he knows it now. He's got me as a friend on Instagram. Or Blanks to Funks. I don't get that's the thing. I think if he probably knows my name anyway, because if you go to view business email, my business email, that's my name. So just put it backwards. I don't care. That's why my point on my channel is my name is not this, and I don't do vlogs. Right, is this the Oblivion one? Yes, it is. There we go, this is the last achievement. January the 9th, 2020. So, what I want to see is... Why did I not finish the game? So, destroyed the Great Gate main quest. 6th of the 1st. Oh no, actually no, that's the wrong one. What I'm looking at. Deliver a Daedric artifact. What main quest was I stuck on then? Did not go back on it. I don't even think I was stuck. I think I just stopped playing it. You know, because I did play quite a lot in 2019. What I want to find though is the Dark Brotherhood. There we do the Dark Brotherhood first. I did. I done it first. Yep, there we go. become the listener. So Dark Brotherhood completed. Let's see if that focuses. It should do. Fuck, I hate cameras. Oh, that's what you gotta do, yeah. There we go. 21st of the 4th. So, I don't know what day April was, though. But there we go, I've done that. Oh, fuck, I fucked this up now. I tell you what I don't like, though. I don't like those people who do, like, put on the highest thing and the highest focus so you can't see anything in the background. I think it's cool to see things in the background. It makes the video look better, I personally think. Now, this is what I want to show you. This is why I'm depressed. Now, this might not actually stay in the video, but this, there we go, you can see that is my fucking that's my kitchen in the house that I currently live in, my parents' house. Look at this is from 2 years ago, by the way. This is like the last time we had working water, which was hot. It's been cold water ever since, seriously. I mean, and I'm not going to turn the volume up. There we go, look, I put my camera under it to show you what it was like. What the fuck? Look at the floor, it's soaking. It's dirty. It's horrible. You know. I'm just gonna show this. You know, if you want to know. Because you might be thinking, oh, I'm like a spoiled brat or anything. Or whatever. But no, I'm not. It isn't that. And it's not just like this. See that? 2 years ago. I know I was 21 2 years ago. But it's been like that since I was a little kid. Okay, that's just looping back and forth, isn't it? It can't be that long. Yeah. Then this is the next one. Yeah, it's been like that since I was little. And yeah, I don't like calling people out, you know, and stuff, but I mean, that's bad. Ain't that bad? I like my duck socks on there. They didn't last very long. Look at that. The geography expert with there. That's weird. Yep, they were there. Yep, and his look back. There we go. So, yeah, there you go. That's that. I mean, there you go. That's why I'm depressed, you know. That's why I'm depressed. I'm gonna be honest. There's things like that. I've not been out to wash. Things like that. It's frustrating. I tell you what, it is frustrating. Oh no! When I said don't be able to wash, I could still wash, you know. But we literally have to do it like it's fucking like it's like medieval, yeah. There we go. I got my backup on. Yeah, if we want to wash now, I have to put like a fucking. We have to like put like a fucking one of them. Not an inflatable, but yeah, like a little paddling pool with a fucking bucket and heat it from the kettle, you know. Every time I want to wash my hands, I've got to go downstairs, turn on the tap because our boiler room is leaking, and it's been leaking for fucking 10 years. I don't know. But now before that, they used to just empty it, but then something went wrong with the boiler. Like, and they have to turn the water off, so we've got no running water in the house now. It has to be manually turned on, but it can only be turned on for seconds because it just leaks everywhere. It's been like this for years. And it's not just that though. It's the fact that when I was younger, I wasn't allowed friends. No friends could come in the house or nothing. Things like that. So I don't actually have any friends anymore. And that's just true. No, my parents never let any of my friends in the house. What's the word neglect mean? I'm gonna go and search what the word neglect means, because I swear my parents neglected us, all of us. I'm gonna see if it is the right word what I'm thinking of. failed to care for properly, yeah. And I can say that. And let's get back into the second part of what I was about to say, because they did neglect us. The three of us. They've neglected the three of us. You know, me, MTL, and my older brother, the geography expert. All been neglected. You know, I'm keeping this in the video as well, because I'm pissed off, actually, now. And this is like a rant. And I know I'm the only one who's going to say it, but I need to allow this out there. For in years to come, I can watch this back and I'll be like, yes. I remember, I like, when I've like blanked it out of my mind, I'm like, yes, yeah, I remember that. But yeah, neglect. I mean, you know, my parents would not talk. If I stay up here, I swear to God, they'd never talk to me. Well, my mother does, but she's not very, you know, she's a bit like, what's the word? Not right, not all there in the head. You know, I don't even know. She's not there mentally. So she don't care for us probably. You know, they don't care, they never cared what we ate. Right, this is what I'm saying, right? They put us on Xbox the day we were born, basically. And that's all we've done. And we weren't allowed to go outside sometimes. He'd make us play. Sometimes we'd have days off school because my father would want me to play Battlefield with him. Yeah, it might sound great, but it genuinely wasn't great because I never done homework once. My message from them then was like, well, if I've got schoolwork to do and things like that, well, why would I want to? I want to play on my Xbox. You know, that's what I used to think of. I was all day, every day, I used to think on my Xbox. I talked about this as well, like Saints Row 2 being like so good. I might have been talking about that in like episode 107 or something. You know, things like that. It's like, of course I'm not going to do stuff tidy. But yeah, that's all. Wait, how do we just jump so high? Yeah, that was basically the message, you know. I got. Well, not one of my messages. I never got taught homework, and the one time I did, my dad was just calling me stupid for not knowing like fractions. He was taking the piss, like. When I was in like year 5, that was the only time I think I asked him to help me, and he was just taking the piss and like looking down on me and like belittling me and stuff. I'm like, well, that was the last time I asked you for help with that. And then I just got the message and I'm like, I'm not doing it, like sort of thing. Like, well, I don't want anyone to laugh at me, I'm not doing it, you know. And then I take that with everything I've tried to show him, I just get laughed at in my face for it. Always all my life. So I go quiet. I only talk. I don't even talk to him now. Seriously. But I just talk to him like a sort of robot. You know. This, that. Say things that he can't laugh at me about, and then just get on with my day. I'm not going to go into everything, but that's what I'm trying to say. You know, you've got to look after your children. Wait, which is my inventory and which is not my inventory? Ah, this. There we go. So, yep, we can put that in there. Put that in there. This. We can store. These are the things we want to store, right? We could store one of those because I'm doing this. If you're wondering, putting these in here because we can come back in the future and gather them, can't we? Right. So now, what we want to put in here is actually I want to put the Valor stones in there so we don't accidentally use them. And Trollfat. There we go. What's in here? This is the armor one, right? So that can go in there. We don't need that anymore. We're gonna keep that on us because it doesn't weigh anything really. Was this for weapons as well? Have I not got a weapon one? There should be some unit in there. Right, so I think there is more things you can actually do on the, yarn. Okay, we had some yarn. So we could put more yarn in here. There we go. Right. Our torches don't weigh anything, we may as well just keep them. Well, there's that. There's our storage done. Let's drop a save. You know. Shit. I meant to save over the normal save. Doesn't matter. But yeah, we're going to crack on with this video, though. Do a few more things. But yeah, that's my point. You know, neglected all my life and laughed at. It's not... You can't really... I mean, it's really hard to progress as a human being. You know. When you get laughed at. You know, it's so hard, especially by your parents. You know, to make you... seriously, I don't know. You probably other people watching this right now, you might not get it. And I think that's where I get I find the most people who laugh at what I'm saying now. I think it's just like, how the fuck could that affect you? It's because you never experienced it. That's what I'm saying. All you're doing here, you're just like laughing because you are the exact same thing, and you just. It's like a thing, isn't it? So if you've got that happened to you, you're like, ha ha ha, that happened to me too, fuck you, sort of thing. No, I'm saying it in a way as, that's I don't like when people like try and bring you down though. Then like, oh, but I done this when I was this age, like, I had a job when I was this age. I could work, I could drive when I was this age. I could do this. I could do this. It's not about that. I can't pass my test like everyone else. Right, my dad drives all the time. Do you know how many goals I had of his car? 1. And do you know the only thing he could tell me? How he was better than me when he was my age. Well, bear in mind, I was 17. I had 1 go of his car. He was better than me. That's all I was told. He told me straight in my face that he was better than me at this age, and he didn't let me have another go because apparently he didn't want me to break his clutch, even though I didn't even do anything wrong. I literally just started the car. I don't even think I stalled. I just went in a straight line, turned around, and come back. That was it. Oh, no, that was it. And apparently he didn't want me to do it because I haven't got a clutch. And then he just say to me now, like, oh, but if I had a working car, I would take you out all the time. Yeah, I'm 23 now. Come on. That's 6 years, and I used to ask him all the time. Then he'd lose motivation, I had a job. I had a job in 2000 and I wouldn't know by 2019. I didn't want to work there, right? But I was going in anyway, and he got me kicked out of the job. No, he didn't. No, I was pissed off with someone who worked there or something. I just that's what you do. I was saying about how my day went. Next time I go in. No, I'm in the morning. He's like having a fit because I was like, I don't know, I was pissed off. I was still going in. I was getting ready, pissed off. Then he was like having a fit, like, oh, whatever. Then he slammed the door, went out, and he went over, and he went and told my boss. He's like, oh, wait, what happened? Like, like really arrogantly, like, and he went and asked all the people who worked there, what have you done to me? What have you done to me? And I think, how could I go in? And I was like, wouldn't that be embarrassing? How am I supposed to just turn up? So I had to quit that job then. So I lost my job from it. And I've never even said about that, really. But that's how I lost my job. Like, see, that's not good.
Hi there.
Like, I wish, that's all I wished for. Was it? Well, I didn't, I'm not going to wish that when I'm little, but, I wish I had great parents. But I used to look at my friends' parents, and they, when I used to go to my friend's house and stuff, and they would never do that to him, some of my other friends. I'm not going to name my friends, but they would never do that to their children. They would treat them with respect. They wouldn't be like actual children. It pisses me off because this is why I'm in this position now. I'm in this position now because this is the only position I feel I can actually be in. Which is sad, isn't it? It's sad. This is the only but I'm going to breakout and do some yeah, talking about breakout as well. That's the problem. I can't stop. He used to stop us from going outside and like physically stop us, like lock us in you.
What's going on with you?
Even on my 18th birthday, maybe like a few days after my 18th birthday, wouldn't let me go to the pub because he didn't want me to die. I'm 18. It makes no sense, does it? So he like fucking locked the door and was having a fucking fit. Please. Can you adopt the 23-year-old? Because I'm not any 23-year-old. I'm a mentally broken 23-year-old who needs help. Who needed help and needs help now.
Anytime.
But the list of things is... like the neglect, we've all been neglected. I'm thinking like, right, what would you do if you had a son? Would you ever leave them alone? No, I wouldn't. I would always I would make sure to make so they get home from school and they'd have the best day of their life. I would do sports. Well, I would. Right, this is what I'd do if I had a kid. I'd get music. I would get them some like guitar lessons, piano lessons. I'd get them like loads of things to do to make them a skilled human being, so they can take these. You could take like learning a musical instrument is not just learning a musical instrument. It makes you more intelligent, and I swear to God it does. You know, that's what I would do. That's what I would do if I had a kid. I would always be there, all the time. I would never do anything wrong to them or anything. I would not belittle them, make them feel stupid. Oh yeah, that's the one thing as well. Every time he would argue, and he still does it, he'd bring up things from the past, you know, like horrible things. He's like, to not let you forget, and he always does it. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like in my last episode, I said there's people in my family that I can not respect, and that's it. My daddy, he'll speak to me nice sometimes, but most of the time he's like he's not a nice person. But when I say he talks to me nice, he never comes and talks to me ever. I have to start a conversation with him. I could literally go months without him talking, and then it goes then from, you know, bear in mind, I'm only allowed to do this in my room, play things, because he never wanted us to go outside. He thinks we're safe if we're indoors, but he doesn't. It's not like he talks to us when we're indoors, and he never did when we were little. No, he just puts us out of the way on our consoles to play games. Never sees how we're doing ever. I mean, he never checks up on us or anything. You know, the amount of times that he just walks past and walks into his room and never sees how we're doing, you know. I could be talking to him for like an hour, and the hour downstairs, a conversation which I've started, and he's not really in that much. You know, I just try though. I try to see if he's a decent person, but every time, no matter what we're talking about, it seems like he's not. He seems defensive, you know, and arrogant. Defensive, arrogant, and narcissistic. He will not listen to anybody's advice. I don't know, it's strange. I don't like complaining about people, especially people in my family, but, you know, what am I supposed to do, you know? Oh yeah, when I failed my theory test, you know, he didn't say anything nice to me. He was like, oh, how could you fail it? And things. I'm like, I failed it. Like, I'm gonna do it again. Leave me alone. And I'm gonna do my driving lessons. Since he said that, do you know what I done? I stopped going because I don't like it. I don't like people laughing at me. No, I don't care if other people laugh at me, but you don't understand how fucking painful it is when your parents laugh at you. It's painful. Very painful indeed. It's very painful. It'd make you want to go sit upstairs and just fucking sit in the fucking corner. It does. It's horrible. And when they fucking bring you down. Yeah, and that's the thing. Wherever fucking, like, I was only allowed to play on my Xbox and stuff, right? But every time I finished the game or I'd done something on the game, I'd go and tell them. I'd be like, oh, I done this. Oh yeah, it's just. I remember telling him like, oh, I finished Bully. I 100%. I was like, oh, did I 100%? He's like, so you probably cheated. There's no way you could do the English lessons on there. I mean, this is what you want me to do. You wanted me to play Xbox. I'm just telling you, I done a good accomplishment on there. Finished the game 100%, and that's all you could say. Was that? It would actually. But in the year before that, I think it was the same. It was earlier in the year. So not the Bully thing. I joined the AORF. I think I was in AORF 7, the Formula League, but that was my first one without. I played without assists, and I was telling them like, oh, I didn't do bad in this. I got a decent qualifying position, done this, whatever. And he was in an argument with me. Then he said, oh, he was telling me how I'm bad on my Formula 1 game. He said I'm just like Lewis Hamilton, just bottling it all the time. I don't forget these things. I don't know if he remembers what he said and the things he says when he's in arguments, but I will never forget these things. I'm just like, that's an achievement. I'm literally 15 years old. Actually, no, I say 15 years old. Yeah, I was 15 years old, just about to turn 16 years old. That's what I was doing, you know. I don't know. Just everything I do. So job. It makes me lose it. Driving tells me that he's better than me and I'm shit. And you know, it's not with him. It's never. I never bring anything up. It's always like he lets me know that he had a better job than me when he was my age.
fine greetings to you.
And my mother doesn't do anything. She is, like I said, she's probably autistic. You know, she doesn't do it. She can't do simple things. You know, she can't clean. She can't do nothing. She doesn't respond very well. Me, I'm just mentally broken, and I'm trying to get out of it. I need to get a night job because no one can tell me what to do on a night job. Nothing can go wrong. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get money, and I'm gonna move. That's my plan. But yeah, if I had kids, I would never neglect them ever. Like if I had a son now, he would be the most important person ever. You know, he'd be the most important person ever. 100%. I would literally, he would. Yeah, and right, yeah, he would be a fucking. I'm not gonna say I would be.
The last of the day
He would be my.
driven out.
No, I would be his hero.
What great news!
But
Good to hear.
he would want to spend time with me, and I would want to spend time with him, but always do stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I had children, that's what I'd treat them like.
That's too...
You know. And I'd get, like, that's what I said. Teach them music, I'd get them lessons for musical things as soon as they turn 17. Help them with their driving and stuff. That's the thing. I've never been helped with mine. I've always asked. I've like really wanted to do it. No. Where I go from there is I'm not. My other brother. He asked my older brother. He'd ask him when he was like 15. Do you want to go? And as soon as I was 17, no. I'd ask him loads. You know. I think it's only because I was talking to it with my grants for ages and stuff that he let me have a go. But he only let me have one go, and he never let me have a go again. And that's when he just got a new car, and he can't. And he can't say it's broke. He'd always say his car's broke, but he'd always get broken cars. He'd always get cars, faulty cars. He seriously does. He has enough money, a lot of money. You know, if he's buying a expensive, like, you know, like a $6,000 car, $7,000 car pre-owned, you have enough money. You know, that's excuses if you're not teaching me, you're not teaching not just me though. My younger brother, he's been neglected even more. You know, he's not been. I swear to God. He's not. He didn't do. He has not done anything. No school. He finished school when he was like 11, and he's been inside ever since. He's got no friends because they would not let him. He never went outside when he was 11 and younger when he was in school because they wouldn't let him. It's just awful, isn't it? And plus, they wouldn't spend time with him either. It's not just like things. I don't get it. You know. He's like so. That's what I'm saying. My dad's so narcissistic that all he cares about. This is what, right? So my rant about people with gamer score. That's all he does, right? He comes in and he just wants to get a high gamer score, and he gets really defensive over it. But all he does is play the shit fucking easy to complete games, you know. And like he used to say, he used to brag, like yeah. But then after all, he used to bring me down. He used to tell me all about his stuff. He's like, oh, I've just hit 500,000 gamer score. And I'd just be like, oh, cool. I don't give a fuck. But that's exactly it. See the way I delivered it right there? That's exactly what I'd say, because that's how I feel. Like if he treated me with respect, I would give him respect. But since the day I was born, I've never had respect. And I like, even if he was joking years ago and stuff, you know, like once or twice. I'm saying joking. He never joked. You know. He must have. He's like always been like that way, of not caring. And I'm putting this in my video. I'm keeping this in my video because it pisses me off. It does really piss me off. I've always wanted to go on a rant like this, but nothing like you know, if something goes wrong in the house, nothing gets fixed. Nothing gets fixed at all. It's just fucked. Everything gets fucked over then. We can't, you know. It's just rubbish. It's stupid. It gets on my nerves. They've never got anything fixed. And when he, you know, and this is him. He doesn't spend time with us or anything. He didn't even spend time with any of his family. He doesn't spend time with any of his family. His sister, you know, any of his relatives, his parents, nothing. He never did, ever. They'd ask him every day, no, every couple of weeks, do you want to go there? Do you want to go here? He said no. He's never gone anywhere. This pisses me off. And then it'd make me question. It's like, I seen like it was on Twitter like months ago, probably before I deactivated it. It was like, I'll tell you what it was, yeah, but that's probably the last thing I saw on my Stephen Does Vlogs Twitter account before I did, like, probably roughly the same time as I did it. Maybe anyway, I can't remember. It was like, oh, show us a picture of your parents' kitchen. I want to see how poor. I want to see how I don't know, wherever you are. You see that video? I'm gonna show you again. You know, there's all people putting on their things. They had like small kitchens, but they were like really clean and stuff. And then they thought that they was like, oh, I'm not privileged or whatever. I didn't have a nice house or whatever. Nah, my kitchen's been like that for ages. You know, it's fucking horrible. You know, my dad don't even go out to the living room. He just works, comes back in, goes on his Xbox and leaves. That's all he does. He'll just sit you and when he got days off, he'll sit there playing his Xbox for hours, and he's done it since we was born. He's never spent time with any of us. That's what I'm saying now. This has been my kitchen, and we've had a hole in the ceiling out there for about I'd say about 14 years, 13 years, something like that. And you know, it's just like that. It doesn't get any bigger or small. It got bigger. No, it's like been that because the water hasn't been on for 2 years. But see that when it goes back up now, like that. It's been like that since about 2016, 2015. You know, that big. But before that, it was still a hole there and stuff. You know, horrible, isn't it? Absolutely horrible. You know, that light out there hasn't worked since like 2009, 2008. I'm not joking, mind. I'm not joking. Like, our light in our bathroom hasn't worked since around the same time. You know, we haven't had doors on any of the doors for years because they got broke when we was younger and they never fixed them. You know what I mean? Talk about caring. I've always wanted to do a video like this anyway, where I just get stuff off my mind, just in case I feel like I said, one day I'll just like if I'm in a good position, I'm not going to talk about crap. I'm going to move her aside. No, I need to get out now when I'm still stuck in a situation like this. You know. Oh, and that right. So this is going to be the last thing. Right, so we're going to go to the Major Skill and do some Major Skills, but that's going to be the last thing I talk about. Right, it is, the last thing I talk about is the fact that, so, right, bear in mind, all he did was ask his parents for money, and he's still done it, you know, up until like a few years ago, right? Bear in mind, he's 56 now, 57 this year. And that's all he did, was ask his parents. He would do, like, you know, wherever. He'd work all the time. Waste all his money on Xbox Sims. Needs something, he'll ask his parents for money. You know. And let me get on to that. Because when I did have money, when I was fitting blinds, I had quite a lot of money. I had like $3,000 saved up in £20 notes in my drawer. I had like $1.5 in my bank. Now that's quite a lot for someone who was 18. You know, I was only 18 years old. Of age. I was saving, I was doing well. You know, all the fucking time, it was just, oh, can I lend this? Can I lend that? Can I lend this? Can I lend that? Can I lend this? So I just fucking thought, fuck it. I just put, you know, I just bought my computer and stuff. I don't know if he was actually asking for money then, but it's usually when I didn't have a lot. You know, like he owes me like $1,000. Like I haven't, like how am I supposed to be motivated to work when all it is just he takes it off me? You know, but all the time, you know, it would be like, oh, can I lend a $5 for a bet? Can I lend a $5 for a bet? Can I lend this for an Xbox? Oh, I'll give you it back. I'll give you it back. You know, last time he lent money, I had a vintage store, which I talked about in the last episode. I had that running. I sold. This is right. This is what I'm gonna get. This is my point. This is gonna be the last point. Then we can do a quest. I had my vintage store. It was running pretty well, right? I was buying and selling and doing a pretty good job of it. At that, right? I was doing a good job. And there we go. I did get door money, so I was getting that. I was using that income as my funds to spend. So I was waiting for it. Then I got it. I bought the original Xbox off of there. I sniped it. I got it for like £20 with a controller, and I had a game inside, which I didn't know. That was the James Bond one. You know, those Xbox consoles are worth a lot more than that, right? I kept it because it didn't come with a power supply. Still worth a lot more than what I actually got it for, because I had a controller as well. You know, I don't think the controller would, but I didn't care. But I made a lot. My point is, I made a lot of money on other things, like my Game Boy. You know, I sold that Buffy game. You know, I made like £25 on the Game Boy on its own, and I got a game that I sold for £17 yesterday, and I've got a game that's worth £80 in there. So there we go. That's what I'm trying. That's the type of profit I'm talking about. I had sniped like Nintendo Wii's. I bought a GameCube one there. Xbox. DS. I made loads of money on a DS on there. You know, I sniped a DSi then, a silver DS, light. I'm talking like loads and loads of stuff. Banjo-Tooie. No, Majora's Mask. I sniped it for £20. Sold it for £45. Banjo-Tooie. Sniped it for £30, and I give it to my brother. So we've got 2 Banjo-Tooies in this house. You know, things like that. I was making loads of money, and all the games, the games I was getting with the bundles stuff, selling them and making a lot of money. Guess what? So I waited for my more funds to come in. I had all my stuff. I had £208. Spent £20. Got that, and that's when he wanted to get his car. So I got that, and he took it straight away. He said, "Don't worry, I'll give it back to you because he was getting his car the next day. I'll give it to you back the next day." He said, "The next day, I'll give you part of it back straight away." Guess how much of that money I got back? Nothing. But bear in mind, for his car, I helped him sell loads of things. I give him my Luigi's Mansion game, my Cell Damage game, my Pikmin 3 HD, which I pre-ordered for like £60. You know, the limited edition one in 2020 when I was working. I give him loads of games to sell of mine. You know, and my other brother did. He didn't get the money back. I haven't got the money back. I give him loads of stuff. You know, I'm his son. My problem is, I think sometimes I'm too kind to people who treat me bad, just to see if they change, but they don't change. No, they don't ever change. But yeah, I gave him like £270. He didn't give it to me back. He said, it doesn't matter. He pays for me to live here anyway. No, but all right, yeah, okay, he pays for me to live here, but you make me stay indoors. You made me stay indoors all my life. You're forcing me to stay here. You won't let me do anything. Then the last point then. I sold the Game Boy game, didn't I? And no, bear in mind, I helped him all summer as well at his work. I helped him all summer when he was getting his car. I was helping him. I went with him every week, helping him. Right, and then what does he do? He buys tickets to a weekend concert, right? For himself and my older brother. I helped him all thing. He took my money, didn't give it to me back. Did you know, like half in my mind, I don't say this stuff because I think that I'm just being a bitch and I'm whining, but when I talk about it, it make it sound awful, doesn't it? But it is. It is exactly as it sounds. It's probably worse than I'm actually describing. But yeah, so then I saw my Game Boy game, and then my older brother didn't want to go, so we had it without us because he said that's horrible, just buying it for him and not us. So I had to spend like all my money I made on that Game Boy console and all my earnings on there, and guess what I had to do? I had to buy a ticket to go and watch that, didn't I? Which was like, I had to buy 2 tickets, one for me and one for my mother. But the tickets were like probably like £90 each, do you know what I mean? There we go, and that's that closes the curtains on my Vintage store. Didn't actually do anything on there ever again. That's the only thing. The things on there now, the things lingering. And that Buffy the Vampire Slayer game didn't sell because someone bought it like last December, and you know, and I forgot to send it in because I wasn't using Vintage then. I kept getting notifications about people from the people I followed instead of the people. Yeah, from the people I followed instead of the things that I was selling. So it was giving me them notifications as primary notifications. So I went and unfollowed people then after I seen I sold that. But yeah, I still sold a lot of things. You know, I've got a big I've got like a £300 profit on there or something. You know, like a big profit. And bear in mind, I've only sold a few items on there. I just sold big ones. But this was in the space of like 2 months. I literally started in April and finished it in June. That was it. Seriously, June or July. That was my vintage store. Because he took my money and I couldn't invest to spend more then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. And I never got that money back. I never got any of it back. And the money from like years ago, I never got it back. And nothing. You know. It's like he doesn't even acknowledge that there exists anymore. If you bring it up to him, he just thinks I'm taking the piss, you know, because I live here for free. Well, I didn't want to live here for free. I wanted to work, but you stopped me. I wanted to learn to drive. You wouldn't let me. You know.
What is it, citizen?
Yeah, but he was lucky, you know, see, because with his parents, well, with my grandparents, they paid for him to do all of his driving lessons. They supported him, they took him on holidays anyway. We didn't go on holidays anyway. And I'm going to get back to that because he had a good job. He's had a good job all of his life. And he's never took us on holidays anywhere. Ever. He did when we was like 2 or something. 3. How am I supposed to remember an holiday when I was 2 or 3? No, the last time we went on holidays was when Jensen Button was world champion, 2009, when I was 7 years old. That was the last time.
Good to know.
Can you think of any place better to buy
But my grandparents were there as well, so that's not an holiday. You know, we haven't been on holidays with just them. You know, and that was just a caravan holiday. Which I was grateful for. I really enjoyed my time. I thought it was great. But I'm just saying, like, and my an MTL was 2, so then that was it. And he's not been on all this since. How lovely. What a lovely way to treat your child, isn't it? He's not done anything, mind. He's not been allowed to. And now they complain that he wants to drink alcohol because he's not depressed, but you know what I mean. They complain. Why would he not want to drink alcohol? You fucking tortured him all of his life. And me. They complain. Oh, I'm not letting him drink alcohol in my house. Not letting him drink this at my house. Not letting him do this. So what? Can I not do nothing? Yeah, that's what I want to do though. No, I'm pretty stuck because that's what I'm trying to say. Every time I try and get a job, I do something. I can't because.
It is a privilege.
Right, so we need to talk to these now. But yeah, every time I try to do stuff, my money gets taken away from me and things like that, and I can't deal with that. You know, it just pisses me. It really bugs me when I'm like, well, I'm earning money and it was getting taken away from me. I'm just stopping. Because what's the point? I'm never going to earn. I'm never going to save. I'm not going to do anything. Yeah, I need to be put back on the right track, don't I? I need to do it myself. So that's what we're going to do. In these videos now, we're going to be doing push-ups. We're going to be doing challenges like that to stay fit. And I'm going to get a job and I will keep everyone updated. But I'm also going to be listing things on my Vinted page and saving my money this time. Do you know what? Even though I do like my video game collection, I might start digging into it and selling it. Like, you know, someone offered me, I think it might have been like £200 actually for all my Japanese, like my rare games. But bear in mind, it was like this. It was like this bully. Right. So this bully, like maybe one of, and like 2 of the other cheap ones. So they come up to about like £110 in totals worth of what I spent, and they wanted £200, so I had a £90 profit on that. You know, even though I want to do it for my YouTube channel, I think it would be beneficial to me actually, because I think people would watch it. You know, I could link it on True Achievements stuff. People would watch, if you know. But I do think I should start selling my collection and save money. Yeah, leave it all in my Vinted, save my money. I think that's a good idea, isn't it? But my problem is with selling from your own collection. I only like selling from my own collection when I have a job. When I have a job, like that's the only time I like selling from my own collection, when I'm working, or
Yes.
when yeah, like I said in 2019 when I was working in on bargains and working doing fitting blinds, I didn't mind. Like, that's why I sold. Like, I was depressed. Yeah, I was very depressed. But it was for things like that. It was like multiple reasons that why I was depressed. But you know, I realized like I wanted to do stuff. Like everyone, I could see everyone around me, like who I knew doing stuff. I wanted to do stuff. You know, I realized I was useless.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, maybe we.
The council is in complete disarray at the news. The King of Worms has obviously
Right, so
targeted
we
the
don't.
guild,
I don't know if I'm going to finish
but we
this
have
in this
no
one because I've
idea
talked too
why.
much. I mean, it'll be
No
too long.
demands have
But
been made.
yeah,
All of my attention is devoted to the council.
I can
We
only
must
sell stuff when I
discern the
work.
reason for this
So
sudden
yeah, I
attack
did. I
and stop
sold stuff in
Manny Marco
2019 when I
before he
was
destroys
working.
us all.
A
I am
large part of
unable
my
to look
collection. I was
into
even
something
willing to
that
get
has
rid of
been
my
brought to my
GameCube.
attention. Are you capable of going on my behalf?
But yeah, I can go now. Wait, I need more time.
Please, hurry. The division in the council will be difficult, if not impossible, to reconcile.
Okay, no, we'll actually do that. We'll do that. Right.
The council is...
Right, so I'll press like and go now, and I'll do it now. But yeah, and then when in like in 2020 and stuff, I was pre-ordering games, but not a lot. I was saving money. You know, I was saving a lot of money, and I was doing well. But yeah, then it's just returning back into this room and trying not to be depressed in a house where the ceiling's falling through and it's falling apart, and you know what I mean. It's hard to stay motivated, and that's the thing I don't like, is that when you say, people don't understand. It's like okay for them. They like some people. I know some people might be treated bad by their parents and stuff, but I don't think they've had their money taken off them and been kept indoors. And like currently right now, we do not have a boiler. We don't have working water. We don't have anything like that. We don't even have we don't have washing machines, so we can't wash our clothes. I have to literally, I fucking kid you not, I have to hand wash my clothes. So, see these shorts I'm wearing now? These grey shorts I'm wearing, right? These, I have to right, so they're not clean now. I've worn them for a few days. I need to hand wash them. Bear in mind, I'm someone who used to shower every day and put clean clothes on every day. Sometimes twice a day. I'd shower twice sometimes. Just because I love being clean. I'd shave every day as well. I still try and do it. But yeah, let's press I can go now.
Good. Please, while I welcome the break from find out if Jean is all right, and let me know if she needs anything.
Okay. Oh, fuck! Oh! I wanted to keep that one there for a while. Oh, fuck. Can we autosave? Yeah, I tell you what. We'll autosave back here. Do you know why? Because I want that to stay up in Bruma. So we're going to head back to Bruma and check if everything's okay in Bruma, because I don't think anything happens in Bruma until you say, and until you press yes on that quest. So we're gonna have a look. I actually don't want to do that quest because I like not yet anyway, because we want to keep this Mage's Guild available for a while now, because it's useful. Bruma is the place I always go to. There we go. It's still okay.
A pleasure.
This is probably the last time we'll ever speak to her, I'm assuming. Okay, she's useless anyway. Any rumors?
The Mages Guild has been attacked by necromancers. This proves they can't be trusted.
Oh. It's not someone working inside the Mages Guild who... She said they can't be trusted, the Mages Guild.
Yeah.
Or did she say necromancers? But it sounded like the Mages Guild. Oh, look, an all-seeing eye. Yeah. I know. Why do I do stuff like that? She said that then. It's like she's saying that she knows the Mages Guild is up to something wrong. It's suspicious. Do you know what I mean? It makes it sound like they're up to something suspicious, and then the Mages Guild got her killed for speaking out against her. That happens with celebrities and stuff, doesn't it? They want to leave some certain thing, like, actors and stuff. Oh, they get killed. Singers, like Michael Jackson and stuff. And Michael Jackson was treated awfully. I love Michael Jackson, by the way, his music and stuff. And I like, the more you read into it and research it, the more you realize that he was not a paedophile. It was literally Sony music. It's because, you know, it's to do with him and Sony, when the other person there. Yeah, I could talk about it a lot, but go and find a video. If you didn't know about this now, go and find a video. He was treated so bad all of his life. You know, but it's because he was so powerful then, wasn't it? But they were like, no, it's, and you know, he said on the song, which I found out the other day. I didn't even pay attention to it, but the song, what's it called? They don't really care about us. He says, what does he say? Jew me, sue me. Yeah, Jew me, sue me. You can never do me, or like something like that. As soon as he said that, I swear to God, he had them allegations against him then. It was like around that time. But look, he's got at the bottom of there in text, it probably will not focus on that. But it's like a full apology. It says, there has been a lot of controversy about my song, They Don't Care About Us. My intention was for this song to say no to racism, anti-Semitism and stereotyping. Unfortunately, my choice of words may have unintentionally hurt the very people I want to stand in solidarity with. I just want you all to know how strongly I am committed to tolerance, peace and love, and I apologise to anyone who might have been hurt. Respectfully, Michael Jackson. There's that. I do need to listen to that album again, the history one. Even though I don't put, it's probably my least favourite Michael Jackson album. You know, out of all the main ones. I'm not talking about like Blood on the Dance Floor and stuff. If that's what it's called. It's something like that, isn't it? Because that's not an album. But these ones are albums. So, yeah, I need to go and listen to this one again. It is a good album. You know, like, You Are Not Alone. That was a good song. Probably the best one on there. Fun fact. It was written by R. Kelly. Seriously. It was. But yeah. Now, I don't know if that was anything that... You know, he might have had the allegations in, but it's something to do with the man at Sony and stuff. You go and read into it. It's pretty interesting. And talk about Matt Jackson. Thriller 40. See, my mother got this for me. How thoughtful. For Christmas 2022. Beautiful album. See, that's the difference. I don't really complain about my mother a lot because she is nice to me. Yeah, but see, my mother's nice to me. But I feel like the problem is that this is my theory. I think my father doesn't like any of us because he's such a narcissist, and he's such. Right, so because you know, and he wants to be perfect, but he's not. You know, so if he plays Xbox, he's rubbish. I'm not going to say act like he is good at anything on Xbox. He's not. He's rubbish at everything. You know, and I can't say that he's not because he's just useless. He just plays crap games and stuff. And every time he goes on FIFA, he loses. Every time he plays on Call of Duty, he has a ratio of like 0.5. Battlefield 0.5, unless he snipes, you know, or like anyone can get high ratios like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever game he tends to be bad on, but as soon as we do good in a game, he like takes the piss out of us. You know, and I feel like if he were better than us at something, he wouldn't treat us like this. But just because he's such a narcissist, like I know for a fact, right? All he does is brag about driving. He always asks, and he always has done. And that's my theory to why he doesn't want us to learn, and he never lets us learn. But unless he doesn't know he's doing all these things, and he doesn't realize he's being horrible, which that's his fault for having children, isn't it? But I don't hate him though. New topic: Raylan Drayless. Right? Okay. That's another thing we can do then. But yeah, I don't hate him. But I don't like how he treated us. I hate that. Don't hate him though. Don't hate anyone really. But yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, he's like he has to be better. See, I feel like you know, his last thing that he can say he's better than us at is driving. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, he can't really say anything nice, can he? I don't know though, but like I'm saying, like if I, you know, I would root for him if he was doing something good on a game or if he's done something good in real life. I just don't think he would for me, for any of us. I just don't think he cares, unless it has something to do with him. Oh no, he probably would. There, if we'd done something that made money, he would care because then he'd know he could have it. Oh yeah, then that was it. Actually, when I actually got my first job in 2019, that was his first comment. He's like, "Oh, yes, I can finally get presents." So that was a quote, right? I just quoted him. That's what he said. That was his first thing he said about me getting a job. I can finally buy him presents. That's what he was saying. I could buy him presents. I mean, I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I mean, really. Yeah, see, I don't think he wanted me out of that job. He did really quick. He didn't want me to work because he doesn't want anyone to become better than him. He's too narcissistic. See, I thought I was narcissistic or whatever like that, but I'm not, because like I said, if I had a child, I would make them be fucking the most powerful they could be. I would make them really intelligent, something that I'm not. I'm aware of things, but I'm not intelligent because I never learnt anything. I didn't do school and stuff. Or I didn't revise. I was not taught to. I just was taught to go and shut up and play on my Xbox. I could talk about other things. I don't want to, because the other things I just feel are bad. Bad enough. We've left out that, I know. But yeah, when I get kids, when I'm older, in a few years' time, if I actually get out of this awful, is it fate? If I can twist fate around. Currently, my life is set to be me staying indoors, gaining loads of weight, and then dying because I'm unhealthy. Not happening. Nor on my watch. I'm gonna get healthy. And I might not even play. I might not even keep all this in the video, but I feel like I should. And the good thing is that nobody watches these, so it doesn't really matter. You know, it's just nice to have up, just for reference, you know, just in case I forget these things. But these things have they've traumatized me. They've stuck in my mind.
Hey,
you know, and that's about like 10% of the things that he's done bad, or my parents have done wrong. But yeah, my mother's nice though. It's good to do parkour on you to get your levels up, to be honest. But yeah, we will end this episode in a minute. I may as well just drag it on as long as possible, and then we can go off. Ew, I forgot we're probably going to die if we keep doing that, so let's wait. Get our health back up. We may as well go and end in our house, to be honest. I do like Bruma though. I do like running around Bruma and talking. But yeah, Formula 1, that's on in a few days. Like I already done my prediction for that, didn't I? Yeah. I wonder who won the Premier League of darts. It probably just finished just now. I don't care, to be honest. I only watch it for like players I like, or like Welsh players. Don't really care any of the. I don't like, you know, not bothered. But yeah. There's that. There's my rant. Did you like it? Did you not? Gonna try and improve my life though. Like we're gonna do these fitness things in my channel. It's gonna be great. Like you might be watching this in years to come. You might be part of my family in years to come. See, that's what I find cool about my videos. The fact that, you know, nobody knows I do it. In my family knows I do it. Well, they do actually. That's what I'm saying. Like my dad knows I do YouTube. He don't watch any of my videos. He knows my channel and them. He doesn't subscribe to me because he doesn't care. I would subscribe to my son. Just subscribe. I don't care if he hates. No, see, that's the thing. I'm surprised. Do you know what? I'm actually surprised that he doesn't actually subscribe to me and criticize my every fucking word. Oh, I feel like, no, he's past that point. He just doesn't like me anymore. I feel like before he would do stuff like that, you know, and laugh at me probably. No, actually, no, he doesn't care. Like I said, he doesn't care about me. So if I let my opinions known or my thoughts, and question things, he laughs in my face. So if I do anything, or say I like this, say I like that. If I talk about music, laughs at me. If I talk about games, my favorite games, laughs at me. My favorite films, laughs at me. Wherever. So I just don't talk about anything. I don't talk about anything particularly interesting to him. Just things that he talks about, just so I don't get laughed at. I mean, see, if I really respected him, I mean, my conversations with him would be amazing. It wouldn't me just pretending to be a fucking pirate, like, rawr, rawr, just doing stuff like that because I'm pissed off. Like, I don't want, like, I can't talk, like, intellectually. You know, fucking talk about anything. If I talk about something serious, he'd just fucking laugh in my face. So I'll give. That's what I do. Seriously, I'm not joking. And you can, if my family's watching this in years to come, you can fucking confirm it. That's what I do. I wouldn't act like that. Not all the time. I do it constantly though, because nobody takes me serious. So if you don't take me serious, I will act like a fucking clown and go, "Rawr, the long lost treasure." Yeah, you treat me like a clown, I'll act like one. I think that's funny, actually. No, I say that I do that, but I probably would do that anyway. But I would be more intelligent. It wouldn't be like, instead of it being like 90, it's like 90% of me being a clown like that, going and doing accents and stuff. That's one of my conversations like with my dad, and the 10% is me talking about things that he likes, because if I talk about something I like, I get laughed at in my face, and it's always brought back up in conversations. If I talk about games, you know, anything, always brought back up in my face. Why? I don't know, but you know what? Let's push all our aside now. I'm gonna start selling stuff on Vinted. Again, I'm gonna try and maybe sell some of them. Oh yeah, I bought Wii consoles on there before as well. Maybe try and get some bundles up on it. I do want to start a new one, however, so maybe I'll put it on my Discord or something. I mean, and I'll just title it Steven Does Vlogs YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'll do. If I remember that, I'll probably won't do it like today, tomorrow, the day after, whatever. I'll do whenever I edit this video. Whatever day I like actually edit this video. I tell you what, I will go back. No, I will go take time out of my day and make a new Vinted. I might need a new phone number because I currently don't have one.
How are you?
But I will make one. I will try him. If maybe I just try and get a new phone number. But I will get a Vinted account and I will do it. I wouldn't use eBay. I don't want to use eBay because it's just not good for selling. eBay is good for buying. Vinted is good for selling. Right, that's if you want to know. So if you want to look to buy things, look on Vinted if it's cheap.
How are you?
And I know what, like, back to this. And I know it was the wrong disc, right? It was the wrong region disc. But this cost £1 on Vinted. Like I said, I already had £5 in cash on there because of the four Disney Infinity discs I sold. But yeah, that cost £1. I think it was £4.33. That's how much it costs. So you had to pay £3.33 like fee on top of it, because the buyer has to do the fee on it. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. So it's not really good for selling unless you find a bargain. Now I'm going to say this is a bargain because I think the box and manual for this game, the American version anyway, is worth a lot more than that because it's rarer. So if I can find a disc anyway, anyone, if you're American watching this, if you can help me find a disc, I'd be appreciated. I'd swap you a game. You could have like Fable or something. Or any cool British one you want. Or anything. Red Dead Revolver if you wanted though. You know, anything. Any game like that. And they do work if you play on Xbox One. They would work backwards compatible. Now we're going to go off pretty soon. I'll just talk about things we're going to do in the future, right? So I might end my daily upload streak at some point. I don't know when I will, but I might. It's probably not going to go on for like a year or whatever. It probably will end soon. But if it doesn't, well, if it does, it's probably because I've lost like footage or something went terribly wrong with one of my videos. But I've got backup now, so it doesn't matter so much because I've still got a backup. But what I'm saying is, yeah, I want to sort of focus on other things other than YouTube as well, because YouTube's not working. But I do want to actually get a Formula 1 series started on there. Like, maybe we do an F124 series without the racing line. I will actually, maybe it'd probably be better. Maybe we do it on F1 2016. Should we check it on F1 2016? I might go and try and do some lap times on it. After this now, I'm going to set the wheel up, yomper in F1 2016 and try and do some, put on 100 Legend, check her in a Mercedes and do some lap times on there without the racing line. Yes, that's what I'll do. And that will be my fucking series on my channel. We'll go in career mode. And that's what we'll do. We'll put in a Mercedes. It'll be me and Rosberg. It's gotta be Rosberg. Because Rosberg... That was his last season. I still can't believe it. I remember walking up my nan's later, like, December or whatever. Probably the day he retired. And seeing her on Sky Sports News. Looked up at the... walked in, sat down, looked at the telly. Nico Rosberg retires from Formula 1 on Sky Sports News. I was like... And I remember my nan said, oh, it's sad, innit? I was like, well, yeah, it is. I remember I took I had my Game Boy. I was playing Mario... and Luigi Superstar Saga. That was good, those. But it was that was sad. That was. It always looked nice in my nan's on Christmas though. She would always put nice decorations up, cool things like that. But yeah, I remember seeing Rosberg retired. That's what I mean. It's weird. You never would have thought it would do. On watching the Abu Dhabi 2016, watching that race. You know, watching Hamilton go around like a tortoise and Rosberg avoiding him. It's lucky do you know what? It is lucky Vettel got Verstappen, because I genuinely think Verstappen would have just went on and won the race. I genuinely think he would have. I swear it was. I think what Vettel was doing, Vettel probably didn't want Hamilton to win, because Hamilton would have been a 4-time world champion there, wouldn't he? Yeah, he would have. Yeah, because he won. Yeah, 8. Yeah, it was 8, 14, 15, and he would have won 16 if he. You know, if Rosberg got taken out or finished lower than 4th. But yeah, I genuinely think Vettel, you know, because Vettel's on 4 then, he wanted to be the current, like, you know, he wanted to keep that, didn't he? And he could have, you know, if things went right in 2017, 18, he could be like a 6-time world champion. It's mad, isn't it? And Hamilton wouldn't have that much time, would he? They might even have like the same. They might both be 6-time champions. Because they might have panned out differently later on. In like 2021. Anyway, this is going to be the end of the episode now. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Anything I've discussed. I might even turn comments off on this one, maybe. But yeah, what's going to happen on my channel? Where it's either going to be we'll do Project Cars 1, because there's 2 of them, isn't it? So we'll do Project Cars 1, and then maybe when we get to, maybe like next year, year after that, wherever, it's 5 years now, we'll do Project Cars 2 with the VR. Because I'm saying that because I genuinely don't think that there's ever going to be another Project Cars game anyway. Also, what I want to start on my channel, Test Drive 1. Don't know if that's what I'm saying. Like, I've got like a lot of racing games I want to start, but I think I want to do a series where it's like races, and it, you know, it's like it'd be a bit more interesting to watch. And like with 2016, I started watching every season in 2015, right? And in 2016, yeah, so from 2015, I started watching all the Formula 1 seasons. 2015 doesn't have wheel compatibility with this Logitech. I think, was it like is it a G290 or something like that, G920, something like that. I don't know which one it is, but my brother for Christmas 2017. So I know it works on F1 2017. I just need to go and see if it works on F1 2016. Now, I would say it would, because F1 2016 probably was the newest game when that was actually made, wasn't it? So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna end this, see if it all went well, and I'm gonna get my original Xbox. No, my Xbox One, which is under my older brother's. He got a brand new Weekend vinyl in it. I'm actually gonna fucking open it and show you on camera. Let's do this. Glass. I think it's only 12 tracks on there. Put it back safely. Okay, and that's going to be the end of Oblivion episode 115. part 15 of our hardcore playthrough. We did do some Dark Brother requests, mainly talked. But yeah, there was that. I showed that because, I mean, it's rare. I mean, he bought it. It's like limited edition and not... Yeah. Anyway. Got the gear stick by you. I mean, that's not going to be used enough in 2016. Didn't have classic cars on it until 2017. But project cars that'll be used on when we do like the Formula Rookie Championships and stuff and some invitational events. And I'm going to try F1 2016 for the first time ever on a wheel. I think my brother did used to have a Thrustmaster one, but the spring one for F1 2015, because I know they work on the other ones, you know, but a Thrustmaster, but I need to check if this works on F1 2016, so I'm going to go and grab... Actually, I'm going to grab... Yeah, because I pre-ordered that in game, 2016. Pre-ordered it. And look, it was like dented and stuff when I got it, you know. I mean, yeah, it's like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's all dented up here. Yeah, you probably see it. Yeah. I was going to send it back, but then I forgot. It came with like... What does it come with? Yeah. Career booster pack. I bet not many people have got that. And the steelbook, but there we go. Got it in there. I put it in there. They did send it. That's why I used to like, you used to order the steelbook. You would get the steelbook and the original box, which is cool. This is the end of Oblivion episode 115, or 15 of our hardcore playthrough. Over. And out. I'll catch you in the next one.